welcome to this new series that I've started, which is now called the How to Pose series. And to begin this series off, we have this No Way Home Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And today we're going to replicate some poses which he has done throughout all of his movies. And I am going to show y'all how to remake these poses onto your figure or any other Spider-Man figure. It doesn't have to be this one, but it's going to be more appropriate for this figure. But anyways, let's get straight into it. Alright, so for this first pose, I am actually taking this picture from Spider-Man 1. It's a poster from that movie, and we're going to recreate this pose by taking a left-handed whipping hand, a right-handed fisted hand, and last but not least, whatever stand of your choice. And for today, I'm using this amazing Yamaguchi stand, which I always have present. So let's get into posing. So first of all, what we need to do is crunch his ab like this, and then rotate it a bit, so it should make him look more in a whipping position like he does in the poster. So let's start with his left arm first. You gotta make sure this part right here can be shown from this side, just like this, and make his fisted hand a bit going outwards. Now for the head, just make it look more natural, looking up or just straight forward, and take his other arm up like this and just make it look natural. This arm right here, you can pose around with yourself, but making it look more natural with how the blue goes up like that should be a better idea to do. And then just point it forward where the head is looking. Now for his legs, first of all, his right leg right here should be going up like this, and just pull the abs or pull the torso more towards this leg, and after that the other leg should just be a bit more lower like that, just going down a bit. So now we should just perfect the mistakes we have done with this pose, and then just put it on the stand, and voila, here is the first pose done. And just like that, you recreated the poster. So good job on you. Take a second, admire your posing, and then let's get on to the next. Alright, so this next pose right here is actually inspired from the Spider-Man 2 DVD promo pictures. I think I'm going to put up a picture right here so y'all can see. But anyways, this one always struck out on me because of how cool it looked when I first saw it. So why not recreate it here? First of all, what we need, two whipping hands. I've taken the other one off because we also need this web shooting, or the web effect, which we get with this figure. You can choose yourself if you want the longer ones or the shorter ones. For this one, I am going to be using the shorter ones because why not? I feel like that one is cooler for me. Boom, we got both the hands on. Now, this is one of the more simpler but effective poses which you can do with the Spidey. And you start off, first of all, again, crunch the ab forward as much as you can, and then take the head up like this so he's looking straight forward. After that, take both of his hands straight forward like this, next to each other, and pose so that the hands are shooting at the same way, like that, approximately, or about like that, just like that. Then take both of his legs up so he looks like he just flung himself backwards or is close to landing. And boom, with some finalizing points, just fixing it up a bit more, should be done. Just like that. And now it's time for the stand. This is one of the more simpler but effective poses that you can get the Spider-Man into, and because of that, it's one of my favorites also. Just taking a look at this, it looks very good and very nice all around. Let's get on to the next pose. Okay, so for this next pose, again, from Spider-Man 2, we got this pose where he was crouching or doing a superhero pose, the Spidey pose on the train. And we're going to recreate this by having the Spidey mask and 2 wall crawling hands. So to begin, crunch the torso as low as you can. Take his right leg up and take it a bit outwards. Then just push his toe as much as you can, like this. Now take Toby's head up like that, the figure's head, and rotate the top of the torso a bit to his right side so that you could just pose his arm more naturally towards the ground. Again, back to this right leg, just rotate it a bit more towards his hand and move the hand more to a natural position onto the floor. We'll get to this other hand or other arm later, but for now, what we gotta do is make a split with this other leg, his left leg, and push it a bit more upwards, then use his thigh swivel so that his knee is looking more upwards, I guess. Like that. Anyways, you just gotta bend it a bit and then rotate his foot more to the side, forwards towards the camera, and then just swivel it so that it can be on the floor. Like that. And now all you gotta do is make sure that all of his body parts are actually on the floor, looking as natural as they can. So after making sure everything looks good, then we can go to this other arm at the back, take it a bit more back. We can't do it exactly like in the photo because of how the arm just isn't there, I guess. But what you can do is if you take it a bit more back and just make it straight like this, boom. That's one type of posing you can do. So as you see right here, the pose should be an easier pose to do. It isn't that hard to do, but it isn't easy to do either. But here you go. So for this last pose, we're going back to Spider-Man 2, where he was doing his iconic swing, as you see right here. Or for me, that's iconic to the Spider-Man. Every time someone does it, I think about this one. So, to do this one pose, you gotta have his left hand a fist, as you see. And the right hand, you gotta have the web swinging hand. You also have to have this long web and a stand of your choice. Okay, first of all, to get into this, we gotta do another deep crouch, or not a deep crouch, but you gotta bend the torso in as far as you can. Push his head as much upwards as you can also. And then the tricky part is making his hands go forward as much as you can. And for me, I just bend his arm a bit so it goes more forward and doesn't look as choppy as it could be. So like this, I would just swivel the bicep more to the side and then just bend his arms a bit so they could be in a more natural position. So, like that, when you got both of the arms aligned next to each other, you just have to push this web in the other way instead of this way. So like that. But we're not going to do that right now because we first of all gotta fix the legs. The right leg is very simple. Just push the leg as far backward, or the knee, bend the knee all the way in, and then just take his leg as much you can upward, then take it to the side a bit, like that. And I think it should be like this. So that was not that hard. Just gotta take it a bit out to the side, swivel the thigh a bit, and then reposition his leg so it looks like that. The only thing you should be seeing is his foot, exactly like in the movie. Anyways, the other leg is going to be more tricky because of how it looks in the picture, but from my understanding, it should be all the way outward like this, and then just take his foot down like that and bend his knee a bit to make it look more natural. After doing all that, you should be done, and this is how it should be looking. So all you gotta do now is take the web effect and slide or port it into his hand. Wait, let me put him on the stand first of all so it doesn't flung around and ruin the posing we made. So all you gotta do now is port this right into his web swinging hand and put it back to this place, and just take his hand more to the side so it looks like it's going for where he's looking. And just like that, this posing is done. So that's going to be it for today's how to pose. If you want a part 2 of exactly or specifically this figure and more poses from the movies, comment down below. If you want to see other figures or other Spider-Man and women, comment down below too. If you want to see another figure you want me to show you how to pose, comment that too. But after all, have a great day and keep posing. Bye.